Hey everybody, welcome to another Money Reviews. Today we're reviewing this here pack from Krydex. So this is Krydex's D3 Flat Pack. This is literally a direct copy of the Flat Pack Plus from Haley Strategic, and it's a mediocre copy in my opinion, and I'll get to why I think it's a mediocre copy. So we've already reviewed the real Haley Strategic Flat Pack 2.0 on the channel, and I liked it. It's not a bad pack. I will tell you, I like the 2.0, which I have right here, considerably more than I like this Flat Pack Plus copy from Krydex. I have a suspicion that means I'm going to actually like the 2.0 more than the real Flat Pack Plus, even because I didn't like the size. I'll just be right out the gate. So, Flat Pack Plus is pretty. This XL thing from Krydex, it's really big. I did not like how it played with a back plate on the plate carrier. I did not like how it sat on my actual back. I didn't like really much of anything on how this thing was. I didn't like how it integrated with the Krydex chest rig. That's kind of why I picked it up, because I was really kind of wondering how it was going to integrate, and I thought it'd be neat to have a little back panel integration. I was going to wear the whole shebang over top of a slick plate carrier, and I didn't like it at all. So let's look at this thing. I wanted to see what a budget system of the Haley would be like, since I had the real Haley in my hands, and I liked that. I thought that was kind of cool. So, and Krydex had done some neat stuff in the past. I was like, oh, maybe this Krydex thing will be cool. It missed the mark. So one of the things Krydex did differently is Krydex has these little buckles here. These buckles are kind of cool to get the straps off. You push down and do that and remove it that way. The Haley buckles are totally different. They don't remove like that. So that is kind of neat. I will say there has to be a reason Haley didn't go with something like this, and I have a suspicion it would probably break over time. The pack strap adjustment is pretty simple. It is Velcro based. The Haley straps are the same way. They just adjust with the buckle, and you adjust the Velcro strap, a lot like a plate carrier, like shoulder strap. You got a sternum. The buckles are not amazing quality buckles. They're not terrible, but I will say the female buckles are good. The male buckles that Krydex uses, they won't integrate with a lot of other female buckles, so you get stuck with like a proprietary thing, and that kind of irritates me. So that was another thing I didn't like about this. But that's how the strap removes. Easy to do, so if you want to integrate it with the chest rig, you can. It does have MOLLE straps back here. We'll get to that. So I'm going to take these off. So we're going to talk about the pack itself. I don't need the straps on there to do that. And I also showed you how to do it. So that is kind of cool. There you go. You do have the same side attachment points that the real Haley has. Right here. For the same kind of straps. Krydex went with all OD, like plastic furniture on theirs. Haley uses black. That's a big, quick tell and difference. Same kind of pass through though. Haley does the same thing. You just kind of pass it through, loop it back over itself, and these will connect into the chest rig when you want to set it up that way. That's kind of why these are on here. I had actually integrated it, and then it was just kind of, I binned it. I won't lie to you guys. I messed with it a little bit. It was just like, nope, and it's been sitting in a bin until I got to get to the review, because I didn't really want to mess with it anymore, because I kind of didn't like it. The MOLLE straps back here, this is one of my other things. They're really loose. I didn't like them. They just had a lot of slop in them, a lot of slack. But you can technically MOLLE this directly onto another plate carrier of some type. But it's just super wide. It's much wider than most plate bags. Like, this is a thorax, Haley thorax plate bag right here. You see how the 2.0 is almost just exactly the width of the plate bag. So this is the front plate bag. If I put this XL on here, or whatever you want to call this thing, it starts to hang over the plate bag by about a quarter to almost a half an inch on either side. So it just gets really big, and I feel like it's cumbersome. Yes, you have more space with it, but it's whatever. So I don't know. I didn't care for it. You do have a good amount of expandability. You do have the same Velcro inside of here to add dividers and organization, so that's cool. This pocket here, when you unzip this goes down the entire length. So that is the entire length there, and it is loop lined, or this like feltish loop lined the whole way down. You have a long loop panel for patches right there, so you can put whatever you want on there. A little IFF is big enough for 3x5, or your simple regular IFF patches. You can throw those on. This pocket down here, there is no loop or anything inside of here. There's no organization. It's just an open pocket. And then what this pocket will do right now, it's kind of like a simple envelope pocket, but this pocket will expand when you unzip the little luggage zipper thing, and it expands out and becomes a bigger pocket, just like the Haley. The inside of the actual bag, is that this pocket zipper? Yeah. That's the one thing I also don't like. There's so many zips on these things, they get confusing. The inside of the bag, like the real Haley, is loop, this like feltish loop lined, so you can put the organizers in here and organize it up. So that is nice. If you're looking for that capability on a budget, this will do that. You do have a pocket in here for a hydration bladder. So it does have an internal pocket for hydration that you can zip off, and it does have a hydration pass-through back here that is elastic. So from inside of this pocket, you do have your hydration pass-through right there. And you've also got a small bit of one wrap that you could use to hang your bladder right there. So that is not too bad, and that goes the entire length of the whole pack itself. The zippers all have cordage with this little wire shrink wrap on them right there. So that's a nice touch, I guess. I actually like these a lot better. These little thin cordage pulls with the hard tack, like the Haley ones. I think those are better. I mean, these are a nice touch because they are at least reinforced and are large. So at least Krydex did do that, so that is nice. But I don't know. What are you gonna do? As far as the bag itself, like I said, it is expandable by a lot. You get a good amount of expansion out of it. So that's this zipper back here. Trace it. And now the pack expands out quite a bit. You could definitely fit a helmet in there and luggage inserts and stuff. Like on the Haley website, they show theirs, and they've got like these big luggage organizers and shit in there. So they even showed like an MP5K busted down, like set up inside one of these. So these things are pretty spacious, and they really are comparatively to the smaller 2.0. But I will say I like the 2.0 a lot better. Things that Krydex could have done, they're already copying someone else's design, so things Krydex could have done better. If they're going to copy it, they might as well copy it all the way. I wish they had done the zippers the same way. How these zippers are kind of captured and closed off with the fabric. I wish they'd done the same thing here. These zips now are a little more exposed, so that could become an issue over time. I like how the zips here have the little they're like stealth zippers, I guess, on the real Haley. These are not. I wish the Krydex had done that. That would have been a nice touch. It would have been just a better product overall. It would have made for a better zip. So, I don't know. Also, I don't know. Okay, never mind. It is there. First, I couldn't tell if there was a box stitch here. There is a box stitch on the Velcro, so that's good. Overall, the bag itself, I'm going to go back to the Molly straps. So the Molly straps themselves, I have them all the way through, but there's so much play in these things and they're so long, it just has a lot of slop and slack into it. I had to bring them all the way through, and when I tuck them back through, I just kind of bring them through themselves and tuck them away because I wasn't going to use them. But there's just so much to these things. I feel like when you actually do Molly this on, you're going to have a little extra and probably have some issues with it over time with these just not being enough or formidable enough. So if you did Molly this directly onto a plate, just understand it's going to be bigger unless you have a large plate carrier this is going to be on, or a larger armor carrier. This pack is big and it's going to be a little more cumbersome, so it's going to make you a little wider and it's going to be a little bit of a snag hazard. It does have a drag handle. I don't think this would be very strong. Just doesn't look like it's sewn in all that great. So I would not really trust this. Maybe for just simple carrying, a little carrying around, but I wouldn't trust this to be grabbed and drag me by. Overall, this is kind of It's not a bad thing. There's a little Krydex tag. It's not a horrible product, but I really think the real deal is way better. I would rather go with a 2.0 personally from actual Haley, or if I was going to get a repro, I would want the reproduction of a 2.0 if they exist over this guy, because it's just too big. It's too much. I think it's just gigantic. I don't know why they chose to reproduce the XL thing and why they didn't just do the 2.0, a smaller design. This just, even when you integrate it with the chest rig, it just feels bulky and awkward. So anyway, that is my thoughts on the Krydex D3 Flatpack. As you know, as I already just told you, it is in reality the Flatpack XL, not the just D3 Flatpack. Maybe if memory serves, the original Flatpack may have been this big. I don't remember. So maybe they copied the original Flatpack, and then Haley came up with the 2.0 and then made the XL to bring back the size of the original. I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of information on the old school Flatpack when I was doing some research for this video. So if somebody out there in the comment section in the grand world of the internet knows more about the original 1.0 Flatpack, let me know in the comments, because I would love to have more information and add to this video in the comment section at least to say yay or nay if this is more like the original 1.0. But I know it's definitely almost exactly like the current XL. Anyway, guys, final thoughts. I don't think this is all that great for me. You might really like it. I didn't. This is definitely going to just sit in a gear bin until I decide to go to like a swap meet or something to sell it dirt cheap, because it didn't work out. What I wanted it for, it just did not work. Win some, you lose some. Anyway, guys, as always, get out there, play some Airsoft. LARP smarter, not harder. Don't be scared to try new products, and if they suck, pay them forward and use that money to buy something different. Peace.